and hot.
To be honest with you, it could be a little hotter, but that's just the way it goes. I wasn't quite ready. I'm never quite ready. Good morning, folks. It's Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. Today is Christine Levine's birthday, and she is having her stomach removed. I hope everything goes well with Christine today. Having surgery today, as you probably aware, stomach cancer, um, and she's getting a big chunk of her stomach removed, as well as the tumor that is said to be the size of a golf ball, which is not that big in the world of tumors. To be honest with you, when I worked in pathology, and I'm not making this up. There was a woman we took a tumor out of that was the size of a watermelon. I'm not kidding. For the folks on the audio side, you can't see what I'm doing with my hands, but it was 2.5 feet long and about maybe 6 or 7 inches high, like the size of a watermelon. A tumor the size of a full size watermelon. So, um, a golf ball. I know it sounds like a huge tumor to most people. But in the world of cancer and cancer removal, eh. I also had I don't know why I'm telling you this. Also had a guy who had a golf ball sized tumor on the head of his dick. I'm sorry. I just naturally laugh at that. It's not funny. It's not funny. But I laugh at anyway. But um that was a surprise to me because they had to take off the entire top of his dick, and I showed up for work in the morning, and they'd already removed the top of his dick, and it was on my microscope, and I had to take some pictures of it and document and take some slides, and I was like, "Well, this guy's sleeping upstairs in a bed. I would not wanna be there when he wakes up." And how where do you go from here? Uh, where's the head of my dick? Oh, it's downstairs in pathology. It's not coming back. I'm sorry. This is not funny. But I'm laughing. Um, so the point here is a tumor the size of a golf ball in your stomach is not it's not a huge tumor. Anyway, so today is her birthday, and she's coincidentally uh under the knife and getting a big chunk of her stomach taken out, as you know, and you should know. If you don't know this, why are you even here? On Saturday we are doing a mini podathon to help Christine uh, get through the aftercare of her surgery. Now, the goal is 25,000. It's already on the GoFundMe page this morning. I'm looking at it. $15,252, which we're doing some good work already just by sharing the thing. By the time the podathon hits, we're probably only going to have to raise a few $1,000s to reach the goal. So that's an optimistic um, outlook there, and things are looking pretty good. Happy to see that the money is being raised even before we start this thing. Now, the thing is coming together. We have quite a few people lined up for it. Jeff Dwoskin, Andy is going to be on there twice. Now, I'm not sure what you know. Unfortunately, uh, how do I say this? Well, it's hard to sleep at night knowing Andy's got the organization on this stuff, and he's right because we know Andy's doesn't follow directions, and organization is not his strength. Let's just say that. So he's planning on being on twice. Now I don't know if that means twice. And of course, he'd welcome all day long. He would be welcome all day long. We love Andy, and he's a great uh, part of the show when he's on. People love him, and so having him on twice is great. I love that. But I'm not sure if one is just him alone and the other is a segment with issues with Andy. Now I know Brett is going to be on. I don't sure if he's planning on being on with Andy both times, one time, or if he's coming on a separate time. Not sure about all that stuff. Have to nail that down today. Don Sill will be here to talk about his new movie about a stand-up comic that was filmed entirely in Governor's Comedy Club, except for one scene, and that was a scene where Joey Cola is playing his manager. Joey Cola will stop in briefly as well. Matt Knutson will be with us, John Pavaramo, Tom Bannis, Hack Oddity, doing some cooking with Henry Phillips, the great Henry Phillips. He will also be doing some cooking. I believe they're going to do a little cook-off challenge. William Conway will be doing Man on the Street stuff from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Jackie Martling will be with us. Mishka Shubali will grace us with a song or two. Victoria Williams will do a song or two. Tony and Sally, who host the show that's on directly after this on Governor's podcast, Knock 'em Dead Comedy. They will be here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Carlos Valencia will be on, and Andy again, Derek Sheen, and other people have said they'd be on. Billy Wayne Davis is not on the schedule yet, but he has committed to doing it. I'm probably missing some people. Got to rack the brain. I do have a bunch of emails from people who are interested. A group called Awake at Midnight, which is an Arizona-based band. I think they might even be near Tucson, which Christina's in Tucson now, or on the radio in Tucson anyway. A Tucson staple is that's, that's just a dumb pun. I'm sorry. It's early in the morning. Anyway, so the calendar is filling up. Now this is 12 hours. Now all those names I mentioned, um, if it were, because I tell people I just need 10 to 15 minutes from them, but I told them that with the last podathon that ended up being 40 hours, and a lot of people went way over that, gave us extra time, and I appreciate all the time they can get. I welcome people going over the time, but this could be enough just with the schedule alone, because people do tend to go over time. Tommy Chong is another one who I will get his answer today, whether he's going to be here. I think he will be with James Balsamo, director of the movie that they did together recently. Um, so we might have enough people already is the point I'm trying to make, even though I haven't had enough coffee yet. Let's have a little more coffee. So it's planned to be 12 hours on Saturday, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Now, I got it ending at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 12 hours later, for the benefit of Carl and Jamie, because it's going to be very late for them. Now, they might actually bail even a little earlier than that, but I'm thinking 8 p.m. Eastern on a Saturday night. I'm just really usually waking up at that time. I mean, I'm getting ready to start my gig at 8 p.m. Eastern most Saturday nights. So I'll be full of energy. So if there are still people around and still people who want to do it, I might just continue it until I run out of gas, which could be somewhere around 2 a.m. Eastern. Now I don't envision that having that many people um, around at that time or any of that stuff. So I'm just best case scenario or worst case scenario or some case scenario. That might happen. But right as of now, it's planned for just 12 hours, and we want to make the full 12 hours. But um, the most important thing is raising the funds for Christine. It's not about a dumb ass show. It's not about the show. Although the show is looking like it might be some fun now. Notably, a lot of people who were part of it last time are not going to be part of it this time, and that kind of makes me sad. Um, with regard to the big dog, the big Doug, the big dog. Um, I didn't expect Doug Stanhope to even do the Andy thing, even though Andy is his best friend. I I think he thinks of me as pretty much on the same same wavelength as Tony Viagra, like pain in the ass. He's always asking me to be on this dumb show. It's actually the reverse of Tony Viagra. Tony Viagra was always asking Doug to be on Doug's podcast. I'm always asking Doug to be on this one. So he probably considers me to be like the reverse of Tony Viagra, but the same amount of pain in the ass stuff. So he has not responded, but I know he loves Christine, and he didn't respond to the Andy request until the night before. So that might have. I'm hopeful. It would be good to just get him on for 10, 15 minutes. But there's no guarantee of that. And you know what? It's iffy. It's anybody's guess. Um, so that would be cool if he did decide to do it. Anyway, Uncle Walter's in the background. I'm not planning on bringing him in until my guest host is here. Dean is my guest host today, Dean O'Hara. Dean seems to be loving the guest hosting stuff. I don't know why. I don't know what he's getting out of it. But he seems to be enjoying it. So he's back again today, and we'll good morning, Kelly. Kelly just popped into the chat room. Oh, and Dean's there. What are you doing over there, Dean? What are you doing there, Dean? Get in here. Uh, Kelly said he drinks. Enough said. Well, a lot of people drink. Yeah, I think everybody on the list. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say everybody on the list drinks, but no, that's not true. I don't even know some of the people on that list. I haven't met. I don't know Victoria Williams at all. Never met her. Dean actually he's behind that whole thing. Good for Dean. Dean is kicking some ass on the help on the back end of this thing. Uh, so it's pretty good. Uh, um, oh wait, yes. Um, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by some emails that are coming in. People are asking now. Some publicists want to get their people on the fundraiser. I'm definitely down with that. I'm going to be sending out links today to the publicist to see, maybe we'll expand this thing. Who knows? Again, I want to take it easy on the guys in the UK. Um, and so Saturday, look forward to some fun Saturday. I don't know who knows? Could be a train wreck. Friday night, I'm playing a gig at the Garden Grill here in Smithtown, Long Island. I'm donating all my proceeds from that gig to the Christine um, fundraising thing, and we may um, tape a segment of a few original songs to play during the Potathon. I'm trying to read comments over here. See that Dean is in the back end. I'm going to bring him in 1 minute. Hold on. Doug has been early at things, usually just on time if you're lucky. What do you mean? Now this is confusing, Kelly. What the hell does this mean? Doug has been very early at things, usually on time if you're lucky. So if he's been very early, then he's more than on time. Now you confuse me. I'm a very easily. Oh, never been. Okay, okay. Now that makes sense. See, you know I'm easily confused. Do not like tease the dog. It's like throwing a ball, making believe you're throwing the ball and you don't throw the ball. I'm that dog. Do not confuse the old man. He's very. Dean's here with the red. Why are you looking angry? Get that scowl off your face. I want to see a smile.
There you go.
There you go. How are you this morning?
I'm good. I've been working on the potathon. I'm waiting
You're
on
a
Billy Dean Davis and Mishka. They both
you're a
wrote me.
you're a badass mother. That's what you are. You're a badass mother. Dean, how early do you get up every day?
I get up really early. I get up
I've
like
noticed. That's why I'm asking. What do you think? 5 Eastern?
yeah, 5. Yeah,
What the hell is going on in the world at that time? Nothing. The birds aren't even up yet. They're like still
yeah,
like,
but my
oh, fuck
body
the
like wants
worms.
me to wake up. So
Yeah. Uh, so Mishka was a good Mishka, I wasn't expecting Mishka to be into it at all. He said, "Sure, I'll do it." So, but I know he doesn't. There are several people I know who don't like me, who
Oh,
but
really?
love Christine, and they want to be part of it. And it's like, you
Yeah.
know what? I'll go away. You could do it with one of the other hosts. So Victoria Williams, that's her name, right? Victoria Williams. Are
She
you gonna?
was really big in the 90s. Like Pearl Jam covered her song Crazy Mary. It was number one song in the nation.
That's
So
fucking awesome, man.
yeah,
So, are you gonna host that segment? Do you want to host that? Like,
I'm good friends with her. I've been friends with her over 20 years.
that would be cool if you take that segment and run it like as your segment. That would be great. That would give all.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Victoria's like a dear friend.
All right, cool. I love that. How
She
did you
was
meet?
like Lou Reed. Lou Reed did benefit concerts for her because she has MS,
Yeah.
and like she was friends with Lou Reed and a bunch of people.
Wow. Um, Lou Reed, like,
Lou Reed. Yeah, that Lou Reed. Yeah.
um, one time I forget why I was there. I was at a lawyer's office, and I had my black leather jacket on, and a woman. I was in the waiting room, and one of the lawyers came out. She looked at me, and she said, "You're a police officer." I said,
Oh.
"No." I said, "No, I'm a rock star." And she said, "No, you're not." I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "What's your name?" I said, "Lou Reed." And
And she said,
and she's believing me, and she's going down, and she's going, "Well, what songs he doing?" I said, "Walk on the Wild
yeah,
Side."
but Lou Reed like looks a lot different than you. I've
I
seen him
know,
on.
but she never saw Lou Reed, so she didn't know. So the receptionist, while I got her believing this, her receptionist is looking up Lou Reed, and all of a sudden she goes, "Lou Reed's dead." Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah, I
about
ran into him like a couple times, like in the city.
that.
Lou Reed was around.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so that would be cool. Thank you for helping out and all you're doing. I appreciate all that stuff because I've been, as you know, kind of under the weather. Um,
Yeah,
with the COVID stuff, it comes and goes. You can start to feel like you're getting better, and then all of a sudden, you get fucking hit by a truck again, and
but
you're
you're
like,
doing well for COVID. You should be in bed, right?
"Yeah, I should be." But I feel good at this moment. That's why when you called yesterday, I was ready to pass out. I was just like, I need a nap. I didn't mean to rush off the phone, but I was just like, I got nothing left. I'm gonna fall asleep right on the phone here. So
Well, I talked to Brett too. He said he's gonna do something with Andy.
yeah, I know, but Andy, you said we got Andy on there twice in the morning and in the evening. But is Brett coming on with Andy, or because they said they
He's
might
coordinating with Andy. That's what he said.
coming in
Okay.
with Andy? Not both times though.
No, I think he'll come on one time, but I don't know. He's
Yeah.
gonna work it
The
out with Andy. Yeah,
the
I'll trust him.
the
Yeah,
problem is we're letting Andy
I know.
run the
I
show. I mean,
mean, I'll be
everybody
on it if we have to.
yeah, everybody
But
loves
I don't
Andy,
want
but
to.
he's not an organizer.
No, I feel similar to him.
Yeah, so but, you know what? Who cares? If as long as we have fun and let's let some segments may run into each other. That's what we found out when we did the 40-hour thing. Like, you know what? We're not just going to keep this stuff just organized. Sometimes you just have to have like 10 people on the screen at once and just make it a clusterfuck because that's what's going to happen.
I told Victoria to play 2 songs or something. She can do whatever she wants.
Right. That yeah, 2 songs is fine. I mean, that's really 10 minutes of time. It's not like
Yeah,
yeah. The comedians though, 15 minutes they're just
yeah,
getting warmed up and
that's
they
true. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So it
I'm
might
trying to nail down Billy Wayne Davis. I think he'll come through, but
yeah, but this is the thing like with Billy, he's always very late to commit to a time. Like he makes you wait till the last minute. And then last time when I just wanted 15 minutes of him. We ended up getting an hour and a half out of him. And I think that's going to happen a lot with it.
I know.
I
Yeah, I
don't mind
mean,
that. That's a good thing.
I think you gotta be a little bit loose, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah. Uncle Walt's back with us today. You remember Uncle Walt? Were you here when
Yeah,
I
yeah, he was good. I liked him. Yeah.
yeah. He's he's making me proud. He's stepping up his I don't want to say ambition, aggressiveness, in taking on his um, career and really stepping it up and pushing things, not just waiting for somebody to knock on his door and say, "Hello, would you like to be a famous comedian?" He's
Yeah,
actually taken it into his own hands, so I appreciate that. He's here now. Why don't we bring him in?
yeah, let's start.
If I could just get my damn thing to work. There he is. Uncle Walt, welcome back. Oh, look at you. You got a nice gray background. You're all.
Oh, looking stylish for sure.
How are you, Walt?
Hey, mad dog and dog, mad dog and dog. Hey, mad dog, what's up, brother?
How you
Good to
doing,
chat
man?
with you. Shout out to Dean, guest co-host.
Hey,
What's
how's it
up?
going, Uncle Walt?
I'm pretty good. And special shout out to Miss Christine. With her bout with cancer. It's a serious subject, and my mom had uterine cancer as well as my aunt. They still alive. They survived that. And my great grandmother, she had breast cancer. She was the first African American woman in Arkansas to have a breast removed because of breast cancer.
Okay.
So blessings, good prayers, wishful thoughts, everything to Christine and her family while she go through this thing. And for real, if there's something I can do, dog, to help, man, let me
Well, if
know.
you want to stop in Saturday, we're wide open. But I'm not going to put that on you. But if you want to stop
Hey,
in and be
dog,
part of
if
the
you fly
party,
me in, I give you 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30, whatever you need. I did 35 the other night on Monday night because I only had one other comedian show up and we rocked the house. You hear me?
I think I saw a posting about that where you only had one comedian come in and he did 30 minutes. But I'm good. I'm glad to see you're taking control of things and hosting stuff and making things happen for yourself rather than waiting for people to knock on your door and come and say, "Hey, Walt, would you like to be a star?" Well, a lot of people do that. I mean, I
Really?
declare myself a stand-up comedian, and then nothing. I'm just going to sit home and wait for opportunities to knock at the door.
I met a young man one time in Chicago, dog, and he told me he's 23. His name is Coop. Very nice young man. He told me when he first got started, he came to Riddle's Comedy Club in Chicago with his application, his resume, and he handed it to him and said, "Hey, I want to be a comedian." And they said, "Sit your ass down over there somewhere."
A resume.
Yes, I think I was reading it. Like he just thought I show up to a regular comedy club with my resume and I'll get a job as a comedian. And it was
That's
just so
fucking
funny.
funny.
It
Uh,
was great.
I think you've inspired me to do something today. I'm gonna go maybe on Indeed. I'm gonna go on the job boards and put a help wanted comedian and see who
I bet your
responds to that.
inbox gonna be crazy. Your DM's gonna be dumb, dog. Don't do that, man.
You know what? This reminds me of something I saw on Twitter this morning. Elon Musk. Uh, Stand up is my side hustle. He's got a special on Netflix. He's going to be doing stand up. Elon Musk. Fucking.
No,
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Really?
that's what it's. Andy Kindler just posted this, and it's real. Netflix just released its new Elon Musk documentary. Stand up is my side hustle, starring Elon Musk.
Wow. I'm sure it will be interesting because Elon Musk is a very interesting man. He's
He's
a
not funny
big,
though. He sucks. I mean, I follow him on Twitter. He's never intentionally said anything funny ever.
but dog, he's awkward. And you remember when Tyson did that one man show and how great it was and how big of a surprise it was? Maybe
Tyson was fucking great.
I know,
He was awesome, but I don't think Musk has that in him. Yes, I remember being flawed by Mike Tyson. Holy fuck, this guy's good. Like he had
right?
to have a lot of coaching and all that stuff. Musk is just full of himself. He thinks he can do anything and everything, and you know.
It's true. I mean, I think when you have the money that he has, I don't know if a person can help not having that mindset. Really, what do you think, dog?
Uh, I don't. I think money changes everything. It would change
I
me,
think I would
undoubtedly.
like to watch 15 minutes of it just to watch a train wreck,
Yeah.
Come on,
video
Dean.
on my price.
Well, Dean, you have $240 billion in your bank account, don't you?
No, I do not.
What did I get it wrong? Million? 240 million? Is it
No,
240,000? $240?
no, sir.
240 cents?
No,
Anything?
Dean,
I have
you
$400.
said, dog, that we are comedians. We ain't got no fucking money. What are you talking about? Money?
Well, Dean's a DJ, a reggae DJ.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good night on Friday. Like it was all club, and I was playing with my friend Tony. We were
Yeah.
trading teams 3 for 3. It was great.
Now
awesome.
tell me with the reggae stuff, people dancing to reggae.
They do, but not really. It's hard to get them to do it at my shows because it's more mellow.
It's weird because I played a gig Thursday night in a club that is traditionally a dance club. And we're playing traditional dance music, and these busload came in of people, and they were all asking for reggae. Now the band, if you know anything about reggae, you have to be a real reggae musician to play reggae, because you can't be just a regular white guy and play reggae if you've never played it before. And I was the only one who had any experience playing reggae at all, and I know a bunch of, but not the kind of stuff you play, Dean. Like I do
No,
like traditional Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, straight down commercial reggae, not the oddity stuff that you play or the obscure stuff. Anyway, it was just a train wreck, but they couldn't find the beat to dance to because we got people out there dancing
no,
to
it's a
traditional.
skank. You gotta do a skank. Them,
Yeah,
it's like
it's more like a Grateful Dead, just stand in your spot boogie.
no,
That's
it's
not
a
dancing.
skank. That's the white people way in the West Coast. East Coast.
Yeah, it's just weird, and I couldn't. Yeah, Mikey's looking at me. Goes, "Are they dancing funny?" I like. I don't even think that's dancing. It looks like they're. I don't
Skank.
know.
You gotta do the skank.
Yeah,
That's
they,
the,
they
that's
were
the way.
all lost. Nobody could find the beat. It was
Oh,
weird.
oh,
Yeah.
it sounds really scary.
I would have got the party started for you, brother. Hey, I love to dance and get on that dance floor. And I'm not too shabby looking. And when
But
I
no,
got there,
you are a damn handsome man. Don't undersell yourself. But can you dance to reggae? Have you danced to reggae? Like,
dog, I am black. That means I can dance to
but
it.
it's back.
What
But
are you
it's
talking about?
backwards.
Come
It's
on,
not.
man. Give me something. Give me a beat and watch me groove. You hear me? Watch me
Yeah.
move, dog.
All right.
You
Cool.
dance to the bass line. The bass line. That's how you do it. You go up
Okay.
the bass line.
Well,
Bass line.
a bus about 40 people couldn't figure it out on the Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
And they weren't white people. They were, I don't know, they
Oh,
were in between brown and black and, all shades of that.
What's funny, dog? They was in between. I love that shit. Hey, man, I met a couple of in between people the other day. They were some beautiful people.
Yeah, I when I say in between, because some of them were Jamaican, some
Right.
of them were African American, some of them were, I think, like Caribbean. I don't know not Jamaican
well, they
though.
should know how to dance reggae if they're from Jamaica. Jesus
The
Christ.
guy, the guy did he came up and started singing La Bamba, which is a Mexican song.
Right.
But it was the best I've ever heard anybody do that song. It was incredible, but he just wouldn't let it end. Like every time we thought we get to the end, he just come back "Ba-da-da-da-da-da-bamba," and right back into it. It was like a 35-minute version of La Bamba, but it was great.
He was just doing what we do when we say, okay, one more joke. All right, how much time I got? I'm about to get off the stage. Just a minute. So
Yeah,
I totally understand that.
some of that. Yeah. Speaking of comedians, and I talked about him a little bit in my intro this morning. Tony Viagra, who was here yesterday. Now he was on Doug Stanhope's podcast and opened up for Stanhope by hounding him relentlessly. You got to let me open for you. You got to let me open for you. And then he opened for him finally after a long time. And then you got to have me on your podcast, and basically just emailed him like crazy to the point he was driving him nuts. Now he was on yesterday, and since he was on yesterday, I've probably gotten about 5 or 6 emails from him already asking me to play his commercials and his YouTube stuff. So now I've taken over Stanhope spot in his life of the guy he's just going to email relentlessly, and he wants me to play a video of his. So I'm going to play it. I haven't seen this. This is a clip called Shithead Fred, I think it is called. It's his YouTube thing. Let's check it out here. Let me see. I'm going to do this and play this.
Howdy. This is Shithead Fred from the Lockdown Living Room Comedy Network.
Okay.
And I gotta light my fucking cigar. I'm in a big fucking hurry. I'm in a big hurry. I don't have much time because I gotta light this motherfucking cigar. But in the meantime, tune in to Puppet and Psycho Dwarfs Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show on the ASY Network. Tune in. If you don't tune in, I'm gonna light this fucking cigar with a fucking torch. So tune in to the Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show on the ASY Network because I'm in a big fucking hurry. I'm in a fucking hurry. I gotta light this fucking cigar. And I can't find a match. I think I have a match.
Oh my God.
My ass and her face. Other than that, I need a match for this fucking cigar so I can light my fucking cigar. As I'm in a big fucking hurry. I'm in a really big fucking hurry. I'm in a big such a fucking hurry. If somebody doesn't get me a match, I'm gonna stick this fucking cigar up their fucking ass. I need a match, and I need everybody to tune in to the Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show. That's Puppet Psycho Doors. Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show on the ASY Network.
Should I cut this
I'm
off?
Shithead Fred, and I'm in a big fucking hurry.
You said that.
Fucking cigar. Light my fucking cigar. If I can't light my fucking cigar, then I'll stick this cigar up their fucking ass. Everybody, stick this fucking cigar up your fucking ass because I'm Shithead Fred, and I said so. I gotta light this fucking cigar.
Are you
I'm in
done?
one big fucking hurry. I'm in a gigantic fucking hurry.
You
the
said
biggest
that.
fucking hurry you've ever seen is I'm Shithead Fred, and I'm gonna light this fucking cigar in a way that you've never seen. When you see me light this fucking cigar, you're gonna shit your fucking pants. I'm telling you, you're gonna shit your fucking pants when you see me light this motherfucking cigar. Yes, you are, you motherfuckers. You're gonna shit your fucking pants when you see me light this fucking cigar. And I tell you, motherfuckers, tune in to Pipe with the Psycho Dwarfs Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show.
How much longer is this
Network.
fucking
I'm
fuckity fucker?
Shithead Fred, and I said so. And I'm in a big fucking hurry to get a light for my motherfucking cigar.
All right.
I need to light this fucking cigar.
Light the fucking cigar already.
So I gotta go, man. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
All right. Bye. Wow. Well, I don't even know what to say about that. Well, I do know what to say about that. First of all, Tony's been a comedian for 10 years. Mm-hmm. And generally, if you're going to make it in comedy, you realize that fuck is not your only word that in your vocabulary pretty early on. I mean, it just seemed like he thinks that fuck is the joke. Fuck it's I gotta let I'm in a fucking hurry. I gotta up your fucking. Yeah. Relying on F-bombs like too much. You desensitize people to it. That's not going to be funny anymore. Fuck has some power, but if you overuse it, you abuse it, and then it's got no power. It's got nothing. It's kind of weird.
It's weird. That's why I would tune in because it's weird. Like, okay, I would tune in to see what the hell is this dude talking about.
Right.
See, you like the cigar at least.
He had 3 seconds of real was something that was funny. I need a match. I got a match. My ass in her face. That was the funny part of a 3 or 4 minute bit. But yeah. It got to the point like, all right, come on, man. I've heard the word fuck, motherfuckers, about fucking ass. I'm gonna shove it up your fucking ass. I need a light. Right. I'm in a hurry.
It's a little bit funny because it goes on so long. Just a little bit,
Yeah. But there's some point too where I think waiter, check please. I gotta go.
Yeah. All right.
I don't want to beat up on the guy. The guy was my guest yesterday, and I do think he was funny yesterday. But there's constructive criticism here. You got to lose a lot of those fucks. That bit could be down to 30 seconds and be funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but now he sent me like 12 videos he wanted me to play. I'm not going to play them. I'm not going to.
So, no, let me help you out with this situation, brother. This reminds me of when you sleep with a young lady and you just put it on her too good and you can't get rid of her. The best thing to do is to pass off to a friend, just like she was passed off to you. So you go
Yes, exactly.
and
But
pass them off to a friend and say, good luck.
you're right. But I willingly took. I suckerly took it. I kind of because I invited him on the show, and it's like now it's like I volunteered to be his new bitch, his new emailing bitch.
But
Yeah.
dog, you did good by playing the video. That's why I was trying to get you to play the whole thing. So when Shithead Fred called you back and you say, Shithead Fred, I played the whole video now. I played the whole video. I played it all.
Shithead Fred.
So let me help you out, dog. Listen to your Uncle Walt, dog. Listen to your Uncle Walt, baby.
I did play the whole thing. That was the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. It was shit
Yeah.
and fuck and shit and fuck and shit and fuck, and I'm gonna put a cigar up my ass. So let me pass off Shithead Fred. Hey Dean, you looking for a new buddy?
Yeah.
I know a guy named Shithead Fred that'll be a good friend to you.
He's in Pennsylvania. I don't think he's coming to New York to hang with Dean. Dean, you're not in Harlem yet, are you?
No, I'm still in the Bronx.
Are you still planning on moving to Harlem?
Yeah, but it's dragging their legs on that. They haven't done the security stuff. I have to wait.
Man, I've never been to New York. It seems like it'd be a great place to live.
Yeah. Well, Harlem is definitely cooler. Well, I don't want to disparage where Dean's living now. It is. It is better than the Bronx, right?
No, but the Bronx. I like the Bronx. It's just far. Like I don't have any complaints about the Bronx. I like it here.
Yeah. Well, there are parts of my favorite song, a comedy song of all time is "The Bronx is Beautiful" this time of year by Robert Klein.
You sent it to me.
Yeah. But there are great parts of the Bronx, but there's still some parts that you will get your ass kicked just for being there.
I'm in a good area. It's like Dominican, and it's like families and stuff.
Yeah. So, do you go out during the day? You pretty much hang home at in your apartment most of the day.
I've been hanging home. I do things. I've been having health problems. So what?
Yeah, I understand you got some issues going on, but wouldn't exercise be good for you? Walking around the neighborhood and not
I
getting
get out a little bit. I go outside. I do.
Yeah.
Get you some of that good vitamin D, Dean. That vitamin D outside, man, is the best, brother.
He's right, man. Listen to your Uncle Walt.
Listen to your Uncle Walt.
You're right.
Walt, I don't know if you're just posting stuff for friends that you're promoting and stuff, but on your Facebook page, I see something for San Antonio, Texas. Is that? And it seems like all women. Are you part of that or something, or are you just doing that for friends?
Just doing that for friends. I found, with this comedy stuff, especially with your family, sometimes they don't really believe in you and push you and believe in your dream. And a lot of times strangers online, like you, dog, we never met in life, but you're helping me out by allowing me to be on your show. And I just found that, it's better just showing love to people. Somebody sent me a friend request, so I sent one to them. I'm not just going to ignore you after that. I'm gonna share your stuff and give you some love, and I think that's how it should be. It should be like community.
Right. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I agree too.
Not everybody feels that way, of course, but so right now you got this Monday night thing going on. Monday Mike Madness. Mike, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Monday night at Tipsy's Pub. And where that's in Arkansas, right? Where is it?
Sir. 1000 Garrison Avenue, Fort Smith, Arkansas, 72901. Every Monday night at 9 p.m.
Fort Smith. Now, are you far from Texas?
I can get to Texas. Dallas is about 5 hours from me. Houston is 8.
Right. I got people that live right on the border. So the guy, Jimmy Roberts, lives in Texas. His daughter lives in Arkansas, but they're like a mile apart. Like the road in their town splits Arkansas and Texas somewhere.
So is it Texarkana? Because that is around here as well.
It's right around that Texarkana area. Because I always say that, and they always shoot me down. They yell at me every time I say that for some reason. Like, no, it's not Texarkana. Okay,
you got to be careful with that dog around here. Like Arkansas-Oklahoma rivalry is crazy. So you have to be careful. One day I seen a dude, he had Arkansas tags, and I thought he had on an Oklahoma shirt. So he went to the gas station. I stayed at the pump, and I waited on him. I said, sir, I don't know if you're from around here, but you cannot have an Oklahoma shirt with Arkansas tags. I'll fear for your life, sir. And then he showed me his shirt. I said, oh, okay. It was for a restaurant where he had been to in Oklahoma. I said, sir, I was just protecting your life. He said, I'm very well aware of what goes on here in Arkansas. So I just think it's funny like that.
I was thinking it was a guy, just a tourist, like a guy from New York who just like stopped in Walmart and got an Oklahoma T-shirt or something. And
I wanted to protect this man because I didn't know. I said, hey, that's against the rules.
I get it. No, yeah, a lot of places you travel, you have to be aware of the culture before you go there, because you can get yourself into big time trouble.
Yes, sir.
When I was a kid, I lived in East LA on Bonnie Bray and 6th Street in East LA, which is right across the street. I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Car Wash. It was Richard Pryor and George Carlin are both in this movie. And while they were filming that, I lived across the street, and we were the only two white guys who lived in the neighborhood. I used to walk with a guitar all the time. My friend and they used to call us Simon and Garfunkel, but we had to really get acclimated to the culture there fast, or we would have got killed. I mean, so you gotta know where you're gonna.
But Don, let me ask you this: being in that environment, once you were acclimated to the culture, and you guys were kind of accepted, didn't those people in that neighborhood protect you with their lives?
Absolutely, we were the token white kids that everybody looked out for, like, and. At times were a little rough for us, and everybody treated us like we were family there. So
absolutely, they'd be like, "Hey, don't mess with the white boys. He with me." You know what I mean? Nobody would mess with you, or it was going to be a big issue.
Yeah.
I'm like the only white guy in my neighborhood. No one messes with me either. Like, I don't know about they got like I'll speak Spanish if they don't speak English. Like, but I've had no trouble. Only one time, like, someone thought I was a cop. It was during the COVID day.
Well, I'm sorry, D. Sometimes, black people see a white guy, that's the first thing we think, oh, he a cop. Hold on. Until we get to
yeah, but if you know Dean, you don't see a lot of cops with your condition, Dean. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, like, how are you going to catch the physical?
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. But black people are always suspicious of white folks,
right? I mean, or maybe he's just faking that he has a condition or something, right?
There was a cop car across the street, so that didn't help.
Yeah. I mean, but you feel like you got good energy. Like I said, I never met you in real life, but you seem like you got some good energy, especially being a DJ. Like you make people happy, just like comedians. We make people happy. Musicians and comedians, we like cousins. Because we bring joy to people.
Not everybody has that attitude, especially on the comedy side. A lot of, I shouldn't say that. A lot of the ones I've talked to on the program, not big fans of musicians for whatever reason. Like Stanhope, he says he hates fucking music. He's married to a musician. And a lot of his friends are musicians, but he says he hates music. That to me, how can you hate music? Who the fuck hates music, man?
Nobody, dog. That has to be a bit. That has to be a bit.
Yeah. Well, I think Donald Trump hates music. I think Donald Trump hates music and comedy. I don't think the man has a real sense of humor, and I don't think he has the empathy to really connect and feel any, the emotions that music brings out. I do believe that.
I don't think he get down with comedy because he get made fun of so much. But
like
I say, it hit everybody. It's something, I don't know what it is that he listened to, and he get into a mood where he just relaxed, and because music can do that to you. It got to be something.
Yeah. What do we? Oh, we got a Trumper in the room. Trump 2024.
What up, bro?
Yeah. What is Kevin saying? Hedge your bets and talk to the white guy. It may save your life. What?
True. I always have white folks in my back pocket just in case I need whatever. Hey, I love him. Let me tell you something. He right. What else we got, dog?
Yeah. I had a friend Roderick who used to look out for us when we lived in that part of LA, and he was like the neighborhood he's like godfather of the neighborhood.
Like
And
the mayor almost.
yeah. And he used to get us weed all the time because we were like, we don't know where to get weed here, and we were kids. And one night he takes me down. He goes, yeah, I need your help. I got my TV down in my station wagon here, and I need your help bringing it up to my room. And so he brings me down, and it's like in those days, television. There was no flat screen television. This was
Oh, you talking about the big booty TVs with the big old booty on it?
Big old wide.
They're like 30 pounds, right?
Yeah, we're talking 1976 or something. And it was a 26-inch TV, so it was huge. And he got me carrying it through the hotel lobby, and everybody's looking at me weird. And he's got me bringing it. And then how naive I was. I come downstairs, and there's this other guy coming out to get in his car, and he goes, "Where's my fucking TV?" I robbed the TV, not knowing it. And Roderick told me it was his, bring it up to his room. And all these witnesses saw me doing it now.
And nobody said nothing.
Yeah.
Well, dog, you know, I'm the kind of uncle where, hey, if you buy me a beer and you're 15, I go in the liquor store and get you a beer. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'll pop a top with you. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That's kind of illegal, ain't it? I'm sorry about that. Scratch that. Don't tell nobody I told you that, okay?
Yeah. So now with the thing you're doing on Monday nights, are you still having a heat wave down there?
Dog, yes. It's Arkansas. It won't cool off probably till September, late September-ish, early October.
Right. Does that stop people from coming to comedy clubs? Because that's my here on Long Island this time of year. Most people want to go. We have lots of outdoor entertainment and stuff like that. So the comedy clubs, I feel like, are probably dying here. And I know, it's a rough time time of year. But I was thinking down there because the heat wave is broke up here. It's been really, really nice, cool. But down there, it's got to be brutally hot. People don't want to be indoors when it's hot.
Absolutely not. And last week, our AC failed at the club, and it's cold this week. Last week, we probably had about 40 people. It was great. 40 people, 7 comedians. I mean, every time I always tell people, I may not make you laugh, but one of these comedians are going to make you laugh because I don't host line. I get up, I do 5 minutes, and then no more than 30 seconds in between the comedians because this time is for them and not for me. But last night we had Monday night, there were about 10 guests and only 1 comedian showed up, but still the people that showed up had a great time. But the AC is fixed now. I got to say that on your show, dog. The AC at Tipsy's is fixed. You can come on down. You better bring a sweater because you're going to be cold in there now. Trust
there you go.
Walt. Listen to your Uncle Walt. One time for the one time.
That's cool to know. Now with and we don't do this as much as I always wanted to do this. When we were first starting this band that I'm in now, 23 years ago, the idea of how you make a band successful at that time was you partner with the club because clubs love that. So you and I maybe I mentioned this to you last time when you were on, but for me, the thing that made us different is the owners don't give a fuck about your music or your comedy. They care about how much you're going to sell, how many seats you're going to fill. And I always say, if we push drinks from the stage and all that stuff, and kind of sell the food and drink, the management will love us. We'll be here all the time. And so that kind of philosophy is you're a partner with the owner in making money. So the more you can push drinks and push food on people and not push it, but kind of get people to spend more, the more the comedians embrace that idea.
I don't know about comedians. I can just tell you from my experience, dog, doing my hostess set, I always play like a shot game, doing the set on Monday nights since I had to.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
We played this game where I took out a $10 bill out of my pocket. I said, I want to buy somebody a shot. However, This 10 is for my barmaid. I have forgot her name. And I called her my barmaid. And, we talked about it and she wasn't felt any disrespect by it. I'm glad she didn't. I just forgot her name. And I said, but I'll buy you a drink if you can beat my tip. So a gentleman to the left, he threw up a 10. And I said, okay, sir, you matched my tip. I'll buy you a drink. And then the gentleman in the back, he said, well, I got 20. I said, all right, sir, I'll buy you a drink as well. And so just from that 30 seconds exchange, she made $40. And I bought both of those drinks and the barmaid, she won. So I look at the bartenders and the bar folks as co-workers. I mean, we both work here and we're both trying to make money here. So if I can make you some money, you'll say, hey, we got to keep comedian Uncle Walt here. I know he had a slow night with no guests the other night, but give him another chance. And that's what I'm hoping what happens with me and my coworkers.
That's why you're going to be a star in the very near future, Walt. You got the right attitude with all this stuff. Now, last time you were here, you were talking about a lady who was kind of mentoring you. Was Brenda Brown, or do I have that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was Brenda Brown, and I was on her show, Sauce in the City, and I learned a lot from Brenda Brown. It was a good experience. But I really focus on being on the stage. I love doing online comedy. It's not stand-up comedy, but it's still comedy, and I enjoy it. However, I have to really put all of my attention on stand-up comedy because that's what I love the most. So
I get it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of online comedy. Now, when I say that, I mean people trying to do material in a setting like this. Comedy is fine, but I don't want to. And this, I was thinking about this too the other night. There are guys who are great. And when I say guys, I mean people, not men, because I'm gonna get hate mail. Oh, you're talking about guys and comedy. No, guys means people. There are guys who are okay at stand up, but they really excel at on interviews and sitting down on a panel show and all that stuff, and they're really funny. That to me is comedy, but it's not doing your act and up on stage telling jokes. It's a different kind of thing. It's really hard to try to do stand up comedy online with no real audience in front of you and all that stuff. It's just a really difficult thing. Music too.
Oh yeah, I can imagine trying to do music online. Wow, it must be tough. Is it?
We're trying to do all of that with the podcast up on. So,
right.
Is it at least fun though? Because I find my experience with the online comedy, at least it's fun and I have a good time when I do it. But I need that audience feedback, and just being in the room with them is something different.
Right. Now, Tony Viagra just emailed me again, and he said, "Can I promote his online show Saturday night after the fundraiser was supposed to end at 8 p.m.? Tony Viagra is doing a show. I'm going to promote it here for him. Let me just see this. It is Awesome August Comedy Show Extravaganza, Saturday, August 20th, 22, showtime 8 p.m. Eastern." I can't even see these names. It's too small for my old man eyes. It looks like Tony's the token white guy. And oh no, this guy Lawrence Amazalag or something. Well, it could be like in between. It could be an in between black and white guy. But Tony looks like the token white guy on this show. It looks like. Yeah, you got Snoop Doggy Dogg over here. You got Dr. Dre. This guy just looks like an old, angry black man.
Watch out!
But that's 8 p.m. It doesn't say where though. Zoom meeting, but it doesn't say where. It doesn't say how you get to the Zoom meeting or where with the URL for it. Very bad promotion here. I got to yell at him about that. Anyway,
sorry, Tom.
I'm going to be getting a endless because he's in the time we've been talking. He's emailed me 3 or 4 times. Oh, I'm showing your page then. Oh, now that Bernie Mac thing you got up. Who did that? Where did that come from? That's beautiful art, man.
Same thing I thought, dog. I was scrolling, and I'm sorry I can't remember who I shared that from, but man, I saw it and I had to share it. It was great. And that's why I shared it. I thought it was awesome.
Bernie Mac, one of the greatest comedians of all time. I loved what he did when he had his television show. What he did was like, I got to talk to America. That bit still, I love that. It was the most creative use of that kind of thing, interspersed into that sitcom. I love that show. A tragedy that we lost him. So many comedians die young, man. So
Absolutely.
many.
I remember Jerry Seinfeld said on his show that Bernie Mac was like his number one comedian, and him and Eddie Murphy had an argument because Eddie Murphy was like number one,
Yeah.
and Jerry was adamant about Bernie being his number one, and that says a lot that Jerry, who a lot of people consider number one, would say Bernie was number one, and Bernie's definitely on my Mount Rushmore. He's definitely there. He kind of changed the way comedians did things.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and he created a lot of opportunities for a lot of other people. So kudos to him. But
I mean, there would be no Uncle Walt without Bernie Mac, I don't think, because I know my brand of comedy is kind of similar because Bernie was like all of our uncle. You know what I mean? And I have that similar vibe. Not that I would ever, oh my God, do any of Bernie's material or try to mimic that man. You know what I mean?
Well, I think when you're starting out, you're always, even if you're not consciously doing it, you end up sounding like your heroes. I mean, it's really hard not to.
But if you keep it, I think, dog, if from my all of my jokes I write from my personal experience. I can't recall if I shared this with you from my last show, but my Uncle Walt is Robert Harris was number one in my eyes. Test Tube Baby. That was another great that died too soon. Great
Baby's kids did that.
Kids. Listen, I tell people because sometimes when somebody interrupts the show, I'm a little rough with them, to say the least, because of Robin Harris. Back in the 80s, when you went to a comedy club, you had one job. You either laugh or you be quiet. Because if you didn't, the comedian was going to dog your ass something serious. I remember Robert Harris had this Jerry curl juice where he said, it'll be easy to find you. Follow the drip, follow the drip, follow the drip. And that is still in my mind, dog, where like you respect the comedians, you respect the show, or you become the show.
Right. I learned about Jerry Curl from Robert Harris. I didn't know what it was until that album came out. And then it was like the funniest thing in my life for a year or whatever. No. What did he didn't die of a drug overdose? Died just a heart attack or something?
Yeah, I think it was some health conditions that Mr. Harris died from. It was just like you said, gone too soon. It wasn't drugs or anything, even though he was a hard drinker, which probably didn't help with his. I think you're right, Doc. I think it might have been a heart attack or something like that.
Yeah. Speaking of comedians who died too young, I don't want to get on that. But tomorrow, my guess is, or is it tomorrow? Yeah, Matt Balaker, who has written a book on the Greg Giraldo book. Now, Greg Giraldo definitely was drugs. He was a heroin addict, but another shame. A great comedian that went too soon. So many comedians. More than I even think musicians, comedians die young. Maybe it's part of the lifestyle, especially if you're a road dog and you just have all that time to kill for it, and you're working. If you're working long, you're working an hour and 15 minutes is a long day for you, and you have 23 hours to fill with trouble.
Right, trouble. Yeah. A young comedian just died out of LA. I believe his name was Teddy Ray, just over a couple of days ago. He was a bigger gentleman, heavier set gentleman, but I've heard some of his work and seen him. He was in the LA scene, and like you said, I believe he was 32. Like you was just saying, is like, I don't know why so many comedians die young like that.
Well, Ralphie is saying here, when Bernie Mac pulled his dick out, the whole room turned black. Now, last week in Edinburgh, what's the guy's name? Sadowski, Sadowski, something like that. Sadowitz, Jerry Sadowitz, who was at Edinburgh, pulled his dick out, and he got banned. This is an old guy, and I'm thinking, because he's known for stuff like that. And the Edinburgh Festival is, just wild west of comedy. And he was on stage and he pulled his dick out and showed his dick to an audience member and was banned the next night. And the club's saying that doesn't meet with our values. And that was the reason they banned him. they booked him knowing who he was. And I think he even said that he was going to do outrageous stuff. So to me, that's like a cop out after the fact because some people complain. Because what you have there, it's a tourist town at that time of year with the Fringe Festival, and some people came into the room not knowing what to expect, didn't know him, and were shocked by that and complained to the owners. And that's their way of dealing with that, rather than saying you should have read the poster, right, and stick by your comedians. I think there's not enough loyalty for the people behind it who, this is what he does. Do you know who you're talking with? Back off. It's in the name of humor, and read the fucking poster. If you want a G-rated show, there's one down the street.
But like you said, dog, these owners don't care about our art. If we're not putting asses in the seats, we're valueless to them.
I think he did fill out the place, though. I from what I heard, the place was jam packed, but they banned them anyway.
And cancel culture, so especially you can blame somebody else. Oh well, that was him. We'll never have him again. We're done with that. Clean it up, good and tight.
So think about this now, and I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying think about because that guy's my age, and he's not. According to people over there, he's pretty famous in the UK, but he's not like world famous, and he's my age, and sounds like a desperate attempt to get some attention. Do you think? Do you think about like stunts to kind of get yourself canceled? Because canceling isn't a real thing. You see it with Dave Chappelle. You see it with everybody. Louis C.K. They only get bigger. So the idea of just doing something totally outrageous to get some attention on yourself, did that cross your mind? And what do you think about it?
I don't want to do anything to like exploit my own self just to do something to get attention. I do things that I think are funny. Now, there are those who do those type of things. It kind of reminds me of how I think people were labeling Howard Stern as this just a shock jock.
Right.
But he was more than that, and just his style, that's the first thing you thought, oh, he's just doing this to be shocking. No, the things that he did, he thought were funny. And that's kind of the road I want to travel, that I want to do things that I think are funny, because at the end of the day, dog, the job is to be funny, and that means you got to make the people happy.
Yeah, but also at the end of the day, and I agree with you, but I'm just putting this out there, that at the end of the day, you have so much competition. You have to find a way to get some attention on you, to get some spotlight on
but
you.
being offensive about being funny isn't, it doesn't work. If it's not funny, it's offensive, and it's just offensive.
No, I'm not saying be offensive without being funny. I'm think of something that would be really funny, but also shocking enough to get some attention, or different enough.
Build dreams, dog. If you build
you just
build
locked
it,
up.
they will come, man. That's what I really believe in. Like, people don't know. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. What'd you say?
Oh, okay. I said, people don't believe if you build it, they will come. People don't even know that Rudy Ray Moore is from right here in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Eddie Murphy did a movie on him, on his life. Now, nobody knows that. We have comedy roots in this city, and it's a secret. So he has laid the groundwork for us. Rudy Ray Moore grew up on 12th Street in Fort Smith, Arkansas, before he moved to Ohio and then eventually to LA to follow his comedy dreams. So he already laid the groundwork for this town, and we're just not screaming it out on the bullhorn. So
how big a town is Fort Smith?
I'm sorry, sir?
How big a town is Fort Smith? Like population-wise, biggest city?
I believe we're only about 3 million. Was fairly small. We're the third largest city in not even 3 million. We're the third largest city in Arkansas. It's Little Rock, and Fayetteville has recently overcome us because the University of Arkansas is in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And so now they're the second largest city, and Fort Smith has traveled down to being the third largest city.
Right.
But
what's it mainly known for?
It's mainly known for Bass Reeves.
Oh, Bass Reeves, right. I think you had the poster on last time and behind you. That's right. The Lone Ranger.
That's
the real
right.
Lone Ranger.
The real Lone Ranger.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
People don't really know that either, dog. It's like people know Fort Smith a lot for athletes, football players and basketball players. A young fella named Jalen Williams, he was recently drafted to play for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's from Fort Smith. He played on a basketball team with my son. I watched him grow up, and now he's in the NBA. But this town is only known for athletes when we have other things going on, especially in the entertainment realm.
Right. How many pairs of glasses do you own, Walt?
Of my current prescription, because these are prescription glasses, they're more than just fashion, dog. 12, I think.
Right, because I think I've seen a lot of pictures of you now, and it always seems like every time you're wearing a different. I was just noticing the shades you have on today. So those are prescription. I need some shades that I can actually see with, because these are I can't see without them. But when I'm playing out in the sunshine, a lot of the gigs I play are outdoors in sunshine. They just get all glary. I can't see shit. I need some prescription sunglasses. Those are dark enough to be hiding behind.
That's right, dog. Now they say that the eyes are the windows to the soul.
Right.
Perhaps I don't want people looking at my soul all the time, if you know what I mean.
You're like Dean is with the
you, dog. You ain't no threat. Hey, dog. My eyeballs, how you doing? I'm still handsome, man, without the shades. I was probably hiding all this.
You're a damn good looking man, Walt. And I say that as a committed heterosexual.
Dog, you almost came out, dog.
No, no, I am a committed homosexual. I committed. I ought to be committed.
Sorry, dog, but I'm married, dog. I am a married man, dog.
How about you, Dean? Are you available?
For what?
For homosexual activity here on the
show.
No. Now I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised. I thought you would be open to anything, Dean. You far every request I've thrown at you've.
Well, that one's a bit too far.
That was the line, man, dog. He said, we done with that.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can't go all the way.
No. Last night on the program, I had a guy who was a former model, and I started out by he's a filmmaker now, but I started out by insulting him a bit. I said, I hate fucking good-looking guys. I hate good-looking guys. Guys are not supposed to be good-looking. Guys are supposed to be ugly. Good-looking is for women. It's not for guys. So I never met like really handsome guy that I thought I could hang with this guy. It's because it always feels like I don't know.
It's your Uncle Walt, man, dog. I ain't gonna you girl. I ain't hang out, chill out, be cool. You know what I'm saying? I will attract some ladies in case you want some, but I don't. You understand? So come on, man. It's your Uncle Walt.
So this guy turned out to be a great guy anyway, but he's not only good looking, like he's a superstar athlete, college football captain, MMA champion, all this stuff. Now he's an actor, filmmaker. I feel so fucking intimidated and so fucking small next to that guy. Like I have no self-confidence like that. Now I'm supposed to be interviewing you. Okay.
It's all good, dog. I understand what you're saying, but that's his world. If you look at your world, you are what you are in your world. You know what I'm saying? When I walk in a room, I don't feel intimidated by nobody. The only thing most people have more than me when I walk in a room is money. Yeah. That's it.
So and it definitely had that. I mean, because it came across that he hasn't done too many interviews and was a little bit nervous and so that built up my confidence. But I wonder what's it like to be him and just to be able to be in a room. And I could get any woman in this room because I'm so fucking good looking.
It's nice, dog. It's really nice. What else you want me to say? It's nice. Yeah. But I think
I don't have that problem.
You do have that. You do have that problem, Dean. You just don't know about it. These women are. I get emails all day long. How can I get a piece of Dean? How huge is Dean's cock? Well, no, those are from guys. Those are from guys. I'm sorry.
I believe it, dog, because you guys are musicians. Everybody loves musicians in comedy. You want to make a person feel good, play a song, or make them laugh, and you got them. You got them.
Well, you didn't see Tony Viagra because you saw him doing the shithead Fred thing, but in his Tony Viagra getup where he was on yesterday, maybe I should pull up a picture of him. He's got these Coke bottle glasses. He's standing up. He's got the red bow tie in the hat. He calls himself the gangster of comedy, and he's got to be 70 years old. He said he called me a youngster, so I'm thinking he's
Really?
got to be 70. But
Yeah.
I asked him if he gets a lot of pussy on the road. Oh, you fucking, you've heard him talk. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course I get a lot of fucking pussy. I fuck all the pussy. But
You better believe that old man, dog. You better believe him.
there was an old Flip Wilson bit about on one of his records about who gets the most women, singers or comedians. And he was of the opinion that singers get all the they don't even have to be good. All they have to do is just come out and they sing to a woman, look into her eyes, and sing, and they fucking women get all excited and wet and hard for a guy. So
I do the same thing with my comedy. I mean, Flip wasn't a handsome man. You got to look at the motherfucker. Flip
Right.
didn't look like Uncle Walt. I do the same shit with my comedy. I get on that stage and I try to seduce the ladies from the stage with my mic. Tell them the whole time I am unavailable.
That's a noble thing, I guess. I have a ring, but no, when I'm playing women, I had one woman who was like flirting with me all the time, and I don't hide my ring. I'm playing guitar with it, and it's out there all the time. But it
Right.
took like 6 gigs before she came over and she looked at my ring and she got mad at me. I was like, I wasn't flirting with you. You were flirting with me. I very open about the fact that I'm married. But she was all angry at me when she found out I was married. Like, that's your fucking problem.
Dog, I do a bit about the way I dress. I compared to my mother, I say my mother used to dress me as a child. Now my wife dressed me as an adult. I tell people that all the time, but I think sometimes people don't care about that. You know that, dog. Sometimes they are that is irrelevant to the conversation.
Flip Wilson got so much pussy he had to put a penis pump on his pecker. That's true, right? I think he was on Howard Stern talking about penis pumps or something.
I don't know if that's true or not, but if you're doing that much fucking, you need to calm down because you can rub it raw.
Right.
You fucking like rub your dick out raw, you know?
Yes.
You don't want that.
You sound like you're talking from experience, Dean. You sound like you're talking from experience. Is this something you've known, you've done, you know about?
Well, maybe in the past something like that has happened.
Yeah. Ralph said, yeah, he pumped it on the Howard Stern show. Oh, I wanna you just reminded me of something. I got an email from one of my nighttime sponsors yesterday. I gotta find it. Oh, got so many fucking emails. It's ridiculous. Going back here. But one of my sponsors is Tiffany Yavelson, who runs enticeme.com. And what Entice Me is about, it's sex toys that are made from non-toxic material. I don't know if you know this, but most sex toys are made from the same toxic materials that children's toys were banned for because they can cause cancer. So like vibrators and dare I say, butt plugs, are made of toxic materials, cancer-causing materials, which is probably why so many people are getting ass cancer. But she sent me an email yesterday. I got to find it and read it. It was here it is. Let's talk about butt plugs. Before experiencing a whole in quotes new world of sexplorations through anal play, make sure you learn the different types of anal toys. Number 1, butt plug. A butt plug, as the name implies, the type of anal toy that you plug your butt. Unlike other types on this list, you don't have to thrust it in and out of your anus. It is designed to be inserted into the anus and remains there during sexual activity.
Well, I have to confess, I'm a little bit intrigued by that. I mean, when a girl puts a finger in your ass, it's like, that's great. So, but I haven't done it. but I'm like something I think I want to try.
Now you just said it's great, but I haven't done it. How do you know it's great if you
No, I
haven't?
said it's great when a woman puts a finger in your ass.
Yeah, but you said you haven't done it. How do you know it's great if you know?
No, I don't know. Well, I know it's great when that happens, but I
Okay.
think it's something I probably want to try one day.
All right. I'll
Like,
continue.
okay.
Now, Dean, you're free to editorialize this all you want, but you're casting a light of suspect on yourself. I just got to say,
I don't care.
aside from providing the sensual feeling of fullness, butt plugs are also one of the types of anal sex toys that you can incorporate in various kinks. For example, if you're into role playing or pet play, you can wear a butt plug with a tail on the deed.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Anal beads. Anal beads are spheres typically made with silicone glass. And this is an email she sends me to educate me on the product that she wants me to sell. Uh, Anal beads are spheres typically made with silicone glass or stainless steel joined together along a cord of silicone. Never use ones with string as it can break and harbor bacteria. You don't want your anal beads breaking off. And prostate massagers, I could probably use one of those. It's a type of butt plug, but I could actually use a prostate massage because I'm getting up to pee like 9 times a night. It's no fun. Anal dildos. Anal dildos stimulate the erogenous zones. Nah, people are too much into ass. I don't know. Anal vibrator is, I guess, is kind of like a vibrating dildo. But so these are the kind of emails I get from my sponsors. Now, I do think it is important to get behind, if you will, to use a pun, to get behind products that are non-toxic. Because if people are using these things and they are cancer causing, it's a problem, and they don't tell you about that when I don't know. Listen, I'm going to pull Dean's line here. I never did it. It's not like I'm ordering butt plugs online, but if you want to, I can get them for you at enticeme.com. Enticeme.com. Use the promo code MindDog.
Enticeme.com for all your booty play needs.
That's right. No, you should be. You got to get some commercial work, Walt. You did that so fucking naturally. I'm not saying necessary for butt plug commercials, but you could be doing some commercial work there. Is there? Have you looked into that? Because in the Fort Smith local area, getting some local commercials. Hey, this is Uncle Walt.
I'm glad you mentioned that, dog. Coming up at the end of the month, they are having a film festival here in Fort Smith. Gina Davis does one in Fayetteville, Arkansas every year. With that being the headquarters for Walmart, they bring a lot of big names to the area when they do their corporate concert every year. And, I've only been in the game for months, so I'm exploring everything, man. I'm going to this film festival, hopefully to meet a producer or actor and, just try to do a little bit of everything. But I keep going back to my stand-up because that's what I love so much.
Gangbusters, man. You're going at it like gangbusters. I think, do you have the patience for the long game, though? Because the changes and the advancements you make come few and far between. No matter how hard you work, it's a time game. You have to be patient in stand-up comedy, and that can be frustrating. I know it can be frustrating, but
Dog, I left a 6-figure income to be a comedian. I am really serious about this. There's this or death. Those are my options.
Well, I appreciate the courage it takes to do that and the commitment. Listen, I think I probably shared the story about the guy who sold me the amp and was telling me that I was living a dream. But the big takeaway from that is you only live once, man. No matter what people in India will tell you.
You do it because you have to do it. Because it's a need. You have a need inside of you, and you have to fucking do it. That's why DJ does what you do. Comedy. That's why Dog does what he does. We do it because we have to.
Don't ever curse on my show again. You said fuck. Now you can't say fuck on this show.
No, you can't.
Unless you're Tony Viagra, then you can say every fucking fuck.
You do it because you have to.
You fucking ain't right. Fucking ain't right. If I don't like this fucking cigar, I need a match. I got a match, Dean. Your ass in my face. I wanted to fucking. I had to fucking match. I'm in a fucking hurry. I need a match. What are you smoking there, Dean? You smoking reefer on my show? You come here, you're fucking cursing. You're smoking reefer on my show. You're just like,
you know what you get with me.
Dean, where the fuck is your coffee at, man? This is Dog with Coffee in the morning. Where the fuck is your coffee, man? Cheers, my dog.
Cheers.
Right.
This is.
oh, look at you with your little blue cup.
Now, dog.
Dean, here's the thing. Next time you're on the show, I want the cup to match the hat. I know you have a lot of hats. You got to have more than that one cup. The cup should match your hat.
I don't have I have my cup with all my stickers on it. Issues of Andy.
Over a little more. Oh, over, down. Oh, the other way. There you go. Issues with Andy. Yeah, I got issues with Andy stickers. Not issues with Andy. I got the Andy cancer stickers.
Oh yeah, I got both.
Yeah. So, Walter, if you don't know, we did because this weekend we're doing this Saturday thing for Christine. We did a 40-hour live stream podathon for our friend Andy, who had cancer back in January. He is done with chemo, I believe, this week. He's done clean, but that's what those stickers were for. We were selling stickers to raise money for him and all that kind of stuff. Anyway,
awesome.
He'll be part of the show on Saturday and giving back now that he is seemed to be done with his thing, and so we're doing some good things here. I mean, I thank Kevin for getting me into this. Kevin, thank you.
I appreciate what you're doing, dog. Because just thinking, I can name several more family members that's had their bout with cancer. One of my aunts is going through it right now. She's in the chemo phase and it's looking good. My dad is so thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's again, I think
my mom and my aunt and grandmother, they all died of cancer.
Wow.
Even though I'm blaming him, everybody else should be giving the credit for him. We should get Kevin on the podathon to make him get the credit for it, because people are acting like I'm doing something. It wasn't my idea. It was Kevin's idea. He got behind this thing, so he should get a lot of the credit for it, even though I'm giving him the blame for it, because he made a lot of work for me in putting this thing out there and tagging me in it. But he definitely deserves the credit for it, and I don't want to accept credit that he should be getting for just suggesting this and making it happen. So, Kevin Summers, you should make at least a short appearance on the show to take a bow and get some love from the people for making us do this anyway. Play the sleeping clip, she said. Oh yeah. One of my co-hosts, because it was 40 hours, he didn't make it through. So in the 39th hour, his head went back and he started snoring loudly. And we just did 30 minutes or 40 minutes of just busting his balls while he was sitting there sleeping, yelling at him, trying to wake him up. But he was snoring so fucking loud, it was just hilarious.
I saw that. I watched a lot of it. The 40-hour.
I'll just see if I can play a minute or two of it here, if I can find it pretty quick. I don't know if I can, because I have so many fucking clips on my. Listen to me. I'm like Tony Viagra with the fucking now. It's contagious. I got fuckatitis. Because I need a match. I'm in a hurry. I need a match right now. If I don't get a match, somebody's got. Fuck you. You fucking people. I got a match. Your ass in my face. How about that? Where is it now?
I bet that was awesome being there, watching it live, and just some things like you said can't translate over through video, and I love to hear it or see it, but just being there and just going through it, I bet it was. Awesome.
Yeah, it was painfully funny at the time. I got a reminder from Facebook this morning that 3 years ago today, I had Sam Talent on. Sam is a comedian who has written a book, Running the Light. Good stuff. And I interviewed him, and then I was advertising and trying to push it on Google, and I got a notice from Google that they refused to let me advertise it because it was shocking content. I went
Really?
through it. Yeah,
It
it's like,
wasn't shocking.
huh?
I read it. I read it. Wasn't shocking at all. It was just like comedian
Yeah, here it is. Here, I
running
don't.
the light.
Yeah, yeah, and there was nothing at all shocking.
No, wasn't shocking at all.
Oh, I got an ad playing here. Hold 1 second. Skip
Dog, I
ad.
got a restriction for saying on Facebook, burn stages in reference to my comedian friends really breaking their legs on stage. I always say, burn that stage down, burn it
Yeah.
down. And they gave me a restriction and I contested it and they still restricted my comments. So
You're condoning arson.
right, like, come on. You know, if you read the whole comment, which you did, Facebook, I'm talking about say, oh, here we go. Let's go.
It's all again.
Oh shit.
This is all for cancer, everybody. Sleep apnea.
Next year we'll be doing this for sleep apnea. Oh, that was a nice.
Shit. This year, I hope we do the sleep paralysis. Jesus.
All right, that's
Oh,
enough.
fuck me.
That's enough of that. We can get rid of him.
Let's get some sleep shaming.
All right, one more. Oh, that was a little one, a little poo. Come on, folks. This is worth $1. So yeah, that's another thing. We could stop sharing screen. Yeah, and Carl was like, "Oh my God, I hope he doesn't wake up and start masturbating."
Can we get Sam Talent on the podcast for fun?
What was that?
Sam Talent.
No, that wasn't what Sam was on. No, Sam was on
No,
3.
can we get him on this time or?
Well, he was on that one, and he was doing it from his car. We thought he drove off a mountain because we was driving, and all of a sudden he was driving in the mountains of Colorado, and then all of a sudden he disappeared or had but I haven't reached out to him. I haven't talked to Sam in probably. I mean, one time on Twitter we had one interaction in the last year. He's getting too big for the Mind Dog now. He's opening up a Tim Dillon. He's traveling the world with Tim Dillon. All of a sudden, the little guy, who needs him anymore? Who needs fucking Mind Dog anymore? I got a match. I got a cigar and a match. You know,
And it's going up my ass. Real slow.
I don't want to talk bad about Sam, but I do think he's I don't know, for whatever reason, doesn't need me anymore. I feel hurt. I feel hurt that he doesn't need. Now I know Walt will never do this. When Walt becomes a big star, and he's traveling the world, he'll still find time to be on the Mind Dog show, right, Walt?
Mind Dog, listen, brother, you reached out to me. Hey, man, I ain't gonna forget your name or forget about you. You know what I'm saying? Your relationship, brother. I'm like that. Listen, if you want to holler at me, go holler at Mind Dog. He'll tell you something good. Go do his show. If Mind Dog like you, I say, hey, you must be all right. Because I like Mind Dog. He crazy. He just contains it well.
This is Kevin, who's responsible for making this thing happen this weekend. Can't guarantee I'll have a good signal and no clear skies north of Starlink where we're camping, but I'll give it a try. You know, even if you have cellular, I think you can do it. Listen, we're not looking for HD, super high quality video here. Just a minute so I can say this is the guy whose fault it is, and you can give him all the credit for it. But I'm giving him all the blame for it. That's all we want.
Hey, whether you can get in or not, Kevin, I thank you personally, brother, for what you're doing for cancer.
Yeah. And I blame you for everything. As much as Walter's thanking you for everything, I'm blaming you for everything. But yeah,
he's back, dog. You know, it's a good cause. It's all worth it, even though.
No, you're right, and it will be fun. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but in the end, and I don't want it to be strictly about the fun, but it will be an enjoyable thing because I get to see some people who I really enjoy and spend some time with people I really enjoy. I get to watch Dean actually host a segment of the show with a singer that he hooked up for the program. That will be fun for me, just to be able to watch Dean take the wheel and host a segment of the show. That'll be fun. So thank Dean for all your hard work, by the way. I'm done kissing him.
She's like an old friend. Like, it's an honor. Like,
yeah.
I've known her for 20 years, since 1999, 2000. Yeah, 1999. Yeah.
And so you didn't meet her while you were in New York. You were still in Portland or wherever, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was like doing merch for them. I was traveling with them on the shows.
Wow,
Like,
look at you fucking hippie. Did you have hair?
no, like, did I have hair?
Long hair, yeah, like
A
like a
little
hip.
bit, yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Were you a fanghole cap guy in those days?
Um, no, not really.
When did the fanghole caps come into your life? When you started losing
Uh,
your hair?
15 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, when I started going bald, the hats were definitely part of.
Yeah, they're important. You don't want to get your head burned.
Yeah. Well, shit, I'm wearing a hat. Let me make sure I show y'all.
Oh,
I got some good hair on now. Let me
Look
show
at
y'all
you.
the hat. The hair.
Look at you.
I just like wearing a hat because you know that's what I do.
No.
No,
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
like the
I'm
hair.
not saying all hat guys are all guys who wear hats are bald.
I just had to prove
No,
my.
I used to wear a fedora before it was popular. Before it got really popular, I'd wear a fedora. But then when it did get popular, I stopped.
Now you know I wear that backwards. Those fangles backwards.
Oh yeah, I used to do that too.
Yeah. You don't ever do that, like the backwards beret look? I don't know why I
think
do that.
I'm
I hate that
old.
fucking thing. That it bothered me. It's like sticking out from my head.
Dog, I think it depends on the kind of shape of your head on how you can wear your head. Like you got a good head for wearing your hat to the back. Like your head is shaped right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't. Sometimes if you got a square shaped head, you got to find a square shaped hat to match that vibe. Can you dig
If
it?
I do this, my head looks too big, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
I like the look though. I like it. Hold on.
I dig that. That's pretty cool, man.
That's what I'm saying. Hold it right there, Dean. Let me see it at least, brother.
Yeah, man. Now you look like a badass, Dean. You look like you're a fucking rock star now. You just transformed into like Dean Rockstar. Dino Rockstar.
Dino Rockstar. That's when you turn the hat from the back to the front, and then you get your DJing ass to DJing.
You just went from Clark Kent to Superman like that, man. All you did was take off your glasses. Yeah. What the fuck was I gonna say now? I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm getting too fucking old.
To give Kevin the credit for the shit, for the cancer shit.
Did I even play my sponsor's commercial today? No, I don't think I did.
No. You better do that. Pay them bills, dog. Pay them fucking bills.
I really have to. Let's take a really 2-minute break here. I'll pay a commercial, and then I'll get some fresh coffee if I can, and be right back. So we're brought to you today by TrueFire. I'm sure they'll love it. TrueFire is a place where you can learn guitar online. Not just guitar, though. They have other instruments. But it's the best place to learn from the greatest teachers on the planet, TrueFire.com. I'll be right back with Uncle Walt and Dean the Rockstar O'Hara.
Over 2 million guitar players worldwide learn, practice, and play with TrueFire. Our learning tools and massive library of video lessons will ignite your technical skills, harmonic knowledge, rhythm playing, and soloing chops. TrueFire's educators are the best in the biz, from Grammy Award winners to world-renowned artists. You'll have access to an unparalleled faculty of over 300 top-notch blues, rock, jazz, country, fingerstyle, and acoustic guitar educators. Using our desktop and mobile apps, you'll work with TrueFire's multi-angle video lessons on any device, anytime, anywhere. Integrated learning tools such as video synced tab and notation, slow-mo, looping, practice jam tracks, and many more handy controls accelerate your learning experience. TrueFire style-specific learning paths guide you every step of the way. Use our assessment tools to find your starting point, then follow our lesson recommendations and track your progress as you work through your personalized TrueFire study plan. Progress faster with private one-on-one instruction, group lessons, multi-track video jams, live streams, song lessons, student forums, TrueFire's Riff magazine, premium jam tracks, and much, much more. With thousands of 5-star ratings and reviews from amateur and pro players alike, you'll find yourself in good company with the world's most comprehensive guitar learning platform. Grab your guitar and ignite your musicality. Sign up free for an all-access trial today.
Yeah, sign up free. Link is in the description. Now, sign up free, I think that entitles you to a couple of free lessons. It's not like you're going to get a free course, but you can sign up for free, sample it out. TrueFire.com. Link is in the description. Appreciate you patronizing our sponsors. And maybe get a free butt plug before you go there. I don't know. Nah.
Who fire?
Deal.
Guitar, baby.
Now, you can't, I would not suggest, anyway, practicing guitar with a butt plug. I have to say, being an old man, I don't get the whole ass thing. Ass was not, it was not part of sex when I was growing up. Nobody thought, oh, I need to get some ass. It was tits and pussy, to be honest with you. Maybe head, but ass was not part of it. Now, somewhere along the last 40 years, and I must have missed the memo. Nobody sent me the memo that we're going to be into ass now. But I'm just saying, with the ass thing, I would not suggest, if you're going to be taking guitar lessons, don't do it with the butt plug in. Leave the butt plug out. You want your butt free. You want to be able to feel the beat a little bit, not get all prostate aroused or whatever.
Now, dog, they was going with the ass playback when you was young. They just wasn't telling you about it, brother. That's what was going on.
No,
The 70s, are you kidding me? Yeah.
But the kids today love to eat ass, and that's where I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Listen,
It's gonna be, you clean it first.
if
I'm
you
gonna
ate some,
say
dog, if you ate some vagina, dog, whether you admit it or not, you done ate a little ass too.
I know. It's close enough. You're right around the corner. You're like in Chinatown. Don't think you're not also on Mott Street every once in a while.
Thank you, dog. So get off the ass eaters so hard. Leave them alone.
yeah, let them be.
Well, and a lot of men won't admit this. I think it makes me more manly to admit this. I'm not a good lover. I'm a very selfish lover. All I care about is myself in bed. I don't care about pleasing a woman. See,
No.
I'm for that old joke. How do you know if a woman has an orgasm? Who cares?
Okay, dog. I'll give you some advice, dog.
I know.
I usually tell people this at my show, but let me tell you this. You got to make a woman come. You got to treat every woman like she's a virgin, because she's a virgin to you. You got to listen to her body, dog. You too old to be so selfish about.
You gotta use your mouth.
You're absolutely right. I know you're right, but I'm not in the game anymore. I'm like on the bench now. But no, I know you're right. But here's the thing,
dog.
I had so many women fake it so well that I didn't know whether it was real or not anyway. So I was like, you know what? What difference does it make if I can't tell if it's real or not, and you're faking it for my listen? If you're faking it,
I've never had that happen once. Not one time. Always real every time.
Perfect, dog. Then let me tell y'all.
Now,
when they ain't faking it, now you can fake it with noise, all of that bullshit. But let me listen. If she don't shake.
I know you feel the shake, but some women know that you're hip to that, and they will do that whole fake shake.
Fake it. They can't fake the shake, dog. Trust me, dog. Now
you
look
can't fake that.
But I done been with I can't say my number, but a lot of body count on old Uncle Walt. Listen to your Uncle Walt. They can't fake the shake. They can't
fake the shake.
They
can't. I love it. They can't fake the shake. I got to put some music to that. Can't fake the shake.
They can't know.
Now, Dean, you're fucking blowing my mind with your commentary here. Now, you said they've never faked it. Now, I'm assuming that was a joke because
no, it's not a joke.
How do you know? How do you know? Is there a verified? Now, I know you can't.
You can't fake the shake. Like Walt says.
I didn't know you were such a badass fucking.
No, I haven't been laid in a long time, but when I do get laid, then
now, do you, there are two ways to make a woman come now, or maybe there's more, but tongue or cock. Now, have you made a woman come with just the cock and not the tongue?
usually the tongue is involved as well.
Yeah, but
But
have you
I've done that, yeah. I've done that, yeah.
just ever have a woman? Now, this is part of the thing that and I know I disagree. I think they can fake the shake because I've seen women who've done the shake, and I'm like, yeah, I think you're lying. I think you faked it, but I could be wrong. But just straight fucking have a woman have an orgasm instead of going down.
No, I've had that happen.
See that? I bet you Walt has.
Well, absolutely, dog.
From behind is a very good position. Women like that a lot.
But here's the thing, man. If you go straight to cunnilingus on a woman, you are telling about your penis size. I always tell the ladies, if he try to eat you out first, that's because he is not packing enough to handle it.
I'm a medium-sized penis. Medium-sized.
I think Walt needs to write a column for like Penthouse magazine or something. I'm dating myself. Probably isn't even a Penthouse magazine anymore, is there? I don't even know.
Dog, ass, and tits always sell. Been selling since the beginning of the time. Don't you believe that?
We got to hook you up with a blog, and Dean could be your wingman. I'm shocked.
You started this topic.
Oh, yeah. Well,
what are you talking about, dog?
Kelly says she missed the memo too about the ass play thing, and she's younger than me, so she should have got the memo. I don't know.
Maybe it's just not her thing, which is very okay. But maybe it may be her thing if she give it a try. Who knows? Live your life, baby girl. Listen to your Uncle Walt. I got all kind of good advice, dog. All kind of good shit. I've been married too long not to have good shit.
Yeah, I get it. Well, it's good to have this advice. I can go back and make a transcript of this and kind of learn something today. This has been a very educational show from Tony
From
Viagra.
ass play to what to do in relationships, dog. I think we covered the gamut at this show. It's been great.
And I didn't bring that stuff up. It was you, dog. It wasn't me.
I should play one more piece from Tony Viagra before I say goodbye to Govs, because we're about to say goodbye to Govs. Let me and if I don't, he'll never stop. Maybe if I do, he'll never stop. Maybe he'll just never stop. Maybe he'll just never stop. Wouldn't that suck if I get this every day from Rusty? This is called Rusty Floorboard. Again, it's Tony Viagra doing shtick. Let's see here.
I'm Rusty Floorboard, the comedy cowboy. You know, our town is so poor. It's so poor. We can only get COVID-18. When I got tested for COVID-19, I got my test results back and just got them back, and I just found out I have COVID Tourette's. I have COVID-19 Tourette's.
COVID! 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 Cocksucker! COVID! COVID!
Now my girlfriend just got back from the eye doctor, and
I'm not playing all 10 minutes of this.
There's 10 minutes now.
Don't do because she has lazy hands and lazy feet and a lazy fucking cunt.
Oh my God! Now you can't say fucking cunt on this show.
You know. I was.
All right, we gotta.
There are miracles.
I'm
here to testify that there are miracles.
All right, I gotta get him off.
Yeah, that was a bit much, but it's comedy.
Yeah,
it's comedy. Like, I think a safe place for comedians is right on the line. I mean, like, the big dogs like Dave and Kevin, they can cross the line if they so choose. And like you said earlier, dog, about it's really not a cancel culture. is like a shock culture, and you be canceled for a couple of weeks or a month, and then you come back, just like the Will Smith thing. It's like he was kind of canceled, if you will, for a little while, but they're shooting Bad Boys 4 right now, so I guess he's uncanceled.
Yeah, I have to apologize to governors for that terrible use of the K word. K word. It's a C word, but
Yes.
I think he says it with a K. Like, how would you know? Anyway, it's time to say goodbye to Gubs for the day. Sorry, Gubs, for all the F bombs today. We've had and the 1K bomb, but it's time to go. Have a great